Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I'd be lying if I say I didn't see this coming, right? But I think we all have, because it's been a long time since we heard anything pertaining to R. Kelly. First of all, when it comes to his whole trial and his court case, it was just one big weird thing going on, kind of similar to what's going on with Tory Lanez. And the fact is that everybody loves to not pay attention to it unless it's in mass media or it's in big lettering on one of their favorite platforms and them being told to care about it. We've seen the same situation, like I said before, with Tory Lanez, where the whole world was against him, no matter how much evidence and just weird stuff was actually in his favor. Fast forward to a couple of months, the same people that were saying that Tory Lanez was this monster, he shot Meg, suddenly now they all have evidence that he didn't do it and he's actually innocent, and those same people are advocating for him to come out of jail out of nowhere. Now, of course, people are going to say, Hookah, well, R. Kelly liked kids, he played with kids, he did this with kids. At this point in time, y'all, if you believe everything you hear, and even what you see due to AI, then I just don't know what to tell you. And if you've been an OG member on this channel, then you know exactly how we feel pertaining to that case, because we have went live plenty of times talking about it. Everybody loved to talk about kids this and kids that, but nobody liked to focus on the point at hand. The stories always change within the R. Kelly case. One child said this, the other child said that, they got caught lying, and then not only that, nobody ever holds the parents accountable for anything that happened. If y'all remember, the father claims he pulled up to R. Kelly house and then he knew his daughter was in there, but he was scared to go in there, so he just left his daughter there. Right? This is the stories we're being told. At the end of the day, anybody that's a father that even so much as think that their child is in another grown man's house, we don't care what's happening, right? It could be burning. If I know my child is in that house against her will, or whatever the case may be, I'm going in there, right? Then you gotta also remember the people that was in the documentary that claims they seen R. Kelly with all these kids and he did this and that. Why nobody said anything? I'm a strong advocate of when it comes to these people that claim they witnessed crimes and never said anything until 10, 15, 20 years later, they should be held accountable as well. Because let me tell y'all right now, if I'm in my house and one of my friends, I don't care who you are, they come into my house with a child that I know may not be theirs or something looks weird, I'm calling the cops myself. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care who you are. If you come into my place or anywhere that's facilitated with me and you have a child that I don't know is yours or anything, I'm gonna ask you about it. And if something seems weird, I might just call the cops myself. For one, if somebody's there while that child is there, the child is liable to say anything, or anybody is liable to think anything. So even if I have nothing to do with it, I will be correlated with the whole situation as well, because I am present. And I wouldn't want that. So why when these people claim they seen these kids with R. Kelly, why nobody said anything? They should be held accountable as well as an accessory or something. Same situation with Michael Jackson. Everybody claimed he did this with kids and that with kids, and throughout his whole career, he was called a child this and a child that, right? But it's funny because he was never ever convicted on any of the charges. However, like I tell y'all before, the attention span these days of people, it don't matter whether you're convicted or not. Nobody waits for the verdict. The allegations and the accusations against you are worse and do more damage than anything. If you remember Aaron Carter, he came out and did an interview with DJ Vlad and told us that his own mother tried to lie when he went to Michael Jackson's house and make him come up with a story saying that Michael did something to him when he knows for a fact Michael didn't, and so does she. But he was saying that it was all about the money and they were trying to get a money grab. Shortly after that interview, he passed away. What a coincidence. Now let's get back to the point at hand. When R. Kelly did that interview and he said that he was fighting for his life, everybody laughed at him. They made memes and everybody thought it was funny. However, when you look and go a little deeper and you read in between the lines, when he said that he's fighting for his life, it has a whole different meaning to it. And I felt it more than just a laugh or a meme. R. Kelly has been locked up for some years now, and like I said, nobody even cares to fight for him or know what's actually going on. However, it will come out today that he has been hospitalized for a quote-unquote overdose, but his attorneys are saying that he is part of a plot in prison where he's a target for someone trying to take his life. Now I find it funny and ironic how a regular inmate don't get this type of treatment, right? It's funny how he's being hospitalized for an overdose because he was given more than what he was supposed to get for his anxiety medicine. But it's funny because you would never hear that about a regular inmate. When the last time you heard of an inmate given the wrong dosage to where they overdosed and possibly passed away in prison? Or just overdose period due to the fact that they was given the wrong dosage? You don't hear that. Also, what I find very strange is this. About 3 days ago, we received an email from a man named Ronnie Bo and his team that R. Kelly's life is in danger and he's being targeted by prison officials. The email claimed that R. Kelly's life is in danger and he needs help currently. Well, crazy enough, 2 days after that, it will come out that R. Kelly allegedly overdosed due to the medicine given to him at the hands of the prison. Now, was that a coincidence? Maybe. But since Ronnie Bo has been released from prison, he has been advocating for R. Kelly because he says that Kelly is a target due to the inside stuff that he knows pertaining to the industry. He was cellmates with R. Kelly for 21 months, and he even have case numbers such as case number 20-CV-3070 and case number 22-CV-05440 filed in the Northern District of Illinois against correctional staff, accusing Federal Bureau of Prisons of having foul play involved against himself and R. Kelly. Now let's get into a CBS article published stating what happened to R. Kelly. Now the article will read, quote, R. Kelly was hospitalized for an overdose after prison staff gave him an amount of medicine that could have him unalive and was later forcibly removed from a hospital against medical advice, his lawyer alleged in a statement to CBS News and a federal court filing. The disgraced singer's lawyer, Beau Brindley, is requesting that a judge move him to home detention from the North Carolina prison where he is serving his sentences. Mr. Kelly's life is in danger, and the threat comes from Bureau of Prison officers whose duty is to protect him, Brindley wrote in a court motion filed Monday. He alleges the Federal Bureau of Prisons is seeking to unalive Kelly to cover up crimes committed in the investigation of his case. CBS News have reached out to the Bureau of Prisons for comment and was awaiting a reply. Duke University Hospital, where Kelly was taken, deferred comment to Bureau of Prisons. Kelly was moved to solitary confinement earlier in June, according to the motion. He had his medication for anxiety to help him sleep with him and has shown that to prison staff, Brindley said. But on Thursday evening, prison personnel provided him with additional medication and instructions to take it, Brindley alleges. Kelly took the medication and the next morning, he felt faint and dizzy. He started to see black spots in his vision. Mr. Kelly tried to get up but fell to the ground. He crawled to the door of the cell and lost consciousness, according to Brindley's motion. Kelly was taken to a hospital where he was told he was given an overdose quantity of his medications, Brindley said. Additionally, at the hospital, Kelly showed doctors his swollen leg, which Brindley said he had been seeking medical attention for because he has a history of blood clots. Prison medical staff had allegedly taken him off blood thinners. A scan at the hospital revealed blood clots in his right leg, blood clots in his left leg, and blood clots in his lungs. Sheesh. Kelly was told he would need to stay at the hospital for 7 days and was scheduled for a surgery for the clots, according to the motion. However, officers then came into his hospital room and removed Mr. Kelly. He was taken from the hospital against his will and against the directives of the doctors. Mr. Kelly's life is in jeopardy right now because the Bureau of Prisons denied him necessary surgery to clear clots from his lungs. He could die from this condition, and they are letting it happen. This is not the first time Kelly's attorney have sought to move him from federal custody over alleged threats to his life. Earlier in June, Brindley claimed prison officials recruited a white supremacist to unalive Kelly. Now, don't that sound familiar? Right? Let me tell y'all, the pattern in which these people operate, it's getting more noticeable as time goes along. Some people choose not to see, some people chose to ignore it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of foul play going on that's going on deaf ears. Nobody cares what's going on, no matter how much is actually in your face. Now, when it comes to this situation here, one may ask yourself, if he already had the medicine that he takes, why did they give him additional medicine? And if the doctor said that it was imperative for him to stay so he could have a surgery, why would the prison officials come and take him against the doctor's orders? Right? It just don't make sense. If the doctor is telling you this man needs surgery, why not keep him there? What is the motive? What is the agenda to take him from the doctor's care if they're telling you he needs surgery? And where all these blood clots come from? Right? From the medicine, whatever, I don't know, man. But they're saying that he pretty much got blood clots all over, including his lungs. And the thing about that is, where did it come from? Right? And if he has it and it's known that he has it, why isn't he getting the proper care that he needs? And of course, nobody's going to care until he passes away, God forbid. And then everybody's going to act like they always knew it, or they're going to look into the information that was given a long time ago. Why not do it now when it actually matters? Why not advocate now for the stuff that he needs? I don't know. Like I said, man, it's unfortunate the situation that he's going through, but that is the news as of right now. And they say any overdose, as we get more information, we're going to bring it to you guys. As you already know, we're going to say something don't sound right, but like I said, as more updates come out, we will let you guys know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.